This mansion is where Michael Jackson lived and passed away in 2009. Just a short distance away is the home of another music mogul, American rapper P.Diddy Combs.
Don't worry if I write rhymes, I write.
And this is where our story begins. Diddy is currently in jail, facing serious charges related to sex trafficking and racketeering. Days after Diddy's arrest, a conspiracy theory has emerged online suggesting there is a secret underground tunnel at his mansion that connects to Michael Jackson's home. According to one version of the story, a neighbor sent an anonymous tip to federal officers about unusual activity at Diddy's house. When the agents arrived, Diddy's team reportedly prevented them from entering. Despite this, the agents decided to search Diddy's newly renovated bedroom. When they moved the bed, they allegedly found a tunnel hidden under a rug and discovered children's clothes inside the passage.
You're not going to believe this, but there is, in fact, a Diddy and Michael Jackson connection.
Social media users have since raised questions about Michael Jackson's death, with some calling for a reopening of his case and alleging Diddy's involvement. However, it's important to note that there is no evidence confirming the existence of this tunnel, and authorities have not verified these claims. The relationship between P.Diddy Combs and Michael Jackson is not very well documented. They were seen together at the 2003 VMA party hosted by Diddy, but there's no indication of a close friendship. In fact, Diddy shared a funny story about Michael unexpectedly crashing that party while looking for Beyoncé.
Mr. Michael Jackson's here to see about chit-chat. And so right there, he has his arm, bring that up so they can see his arm around me. But then you don't see the shot of him whispering in my ear. Right after the shot was taken, he whispers in my ear. He says, "Where's Beyoncé?"
Really?
In a later interview, Diddy expressed his admiration for Michael and a desire to collaborate, but their schedules never matched. Now here's a surprising link between P.Diddy Combs and Michael Jackson you must know. Fahim Muhammad, Diddy's head of security, used to work for Michael Jackson as his security chief. Notably, Muhammad was among the first to discover Jackson's body after his death. Before working for Diddy, Muhammad was Jackson's bodyguard and driver. Known as Mr. Fix-It, Muhammad now faces allegations of shielding Diddy from authorities in an ongoing lawsuit. Michael Jackson passed away in Los Angeles on 25th June 2009 at the age of 50. The cause of his death was officially ruled to be an overdose of the anesthetic propofol. His personal doctor, Dr. Conrad Murray, was convicted of involuntary manslaughter for administering the drug. Michael Jackson's life was filled with controversy. He faced allegations of child sexual abuse in 1993 and again in 2005. Although he was acquitted and the FBI found no evidence against him, these allegations continued to follow him throughout his life. Now let's come back to Diddy's case. In March this year, police raided P.Diddy Combs' Los Angeles home. The investigation uncovered disturbing details about his private life. Authorities found large quantities of drugs and unusual items, including over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants, allegedly used for secretive gatherings known as freak-offs. Diddy's lavish parties were often attended by A-list celebrities. He was alleged to have tapes of these celebrities in compromising positions during his freak-off parties. Diddy would use the footage to blackmail and pressure his victims into silence. Authorities seized his property as the case involved many high-end celebrities. Sean Diddy Combs is accused of sexually abusing over 120 people. 25 victims were reportedly minors at the time of assault. He was arrested on 16 September this year. Recent lawsuits allege Diddy was involved in incidents of rape at a 2005 MTV VMAs after party where numerous celebrities like Eva Longoria and Paris Hilton were present. A lawsuit claims a woman was raped by Diddy and a female celebrity when she was just 13 years old. 2 new lawsuits have been filed against Diddy earlier this week. One of the lawsuits accused him of drugging and sexually assaulting a 10-year-old boy in a New York City hotel room in 2005. A second lawsuit alleges Diddy assaulted a teenager auditioning for MTV reality show Making the Band, which Diddy produced. Sean Diddy Combs is currently being held at New York's Metropolitan Detention Center. He has denied all allegations against him. However, the court denied him bail and he will remain in custody until his trial in May next year. If convicted of racketeering, he would face life in prison. As the curtains close on Diddy's lavish lifestyle, the question remains: will justice prevail, or will the music mogul's influence silence his accusers?
Is anyone paying attention to the Ali Carter, this young lady who is making all of these allegations, accusations about Diddy, the Diddy parties, and several other people, including Denzel Washington, I think Ellen, and I think she mentions Oprah, and she just goes in, and it is a heart-wrenching thing to watch. Someone sent me a clip. I had no idea, never even heard of this woman, and I wound up getting this clip. And I listened to the whole thing. It's probably like 22, 23 minutes of her sitting in a car. I believe her mother's next to her. And this young lady is in tears and expressing that she was, a victim of abuse, child sex trafficking. She was in foster care and was part of the whole Diddy sex trafficking, that whole thing. Underground, literally underground. She mentioned there's tunnels. And I'm almost like, the way she spoke in this and the things that she said that's going on, and her fear of the authorities who are supposed to be reaching out and looking out for them now that Diddy's already been exposed and Diddy's been locked up. It's like there's fear because there's like hotlines that the victims are supposed to call, but I think she makes reference to the fact that those hotlines are really just gathering information and they're gonna get rid of these people. Like, it's really spooky shit. And I did a little look into it. As soon as I saw that video, I was like, is this real? Is this not real? Like, what is this? And how come no one else is talking about it? Now, obviously, the mainstream media is not going to do a whole thing about this, right? They're not going to do that. It's not going to happen. You're not going to see this on ABC News or NBC or the Today Show or, Good Morning America with Michael Strahan and them. You're not going to see this. But I looked online, and it's interesting. If you do searches in different browsers, one will bring up you won't see anything. Put her name in, and you won't see anything. And then another one will have like 1 or 2 stories, a few 5 or 6, articles in. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm not going to name the browsers. I'll let you guys figure that out. But I thought that was interesting. And it's also just spooky based on, like I said, what she said. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm a little scared to talk about it. I'm like, ooh, I don't know what them. Just the fact I'm talking about it, they can come for me. I don't know. It's really sad. I would venture to say it's all very credible. I just don't think that's an acting performance or that's some random allegation that she's stretching. Because the detail and the way she chronicles everything, it's just crazy. Anyway, I want to talk about that really quick on my thing here. And I'll probably do a much broader podcast on that once there's more information and I can see how this whole thing plays out. And because she has filed suit, she's done a couple of things. So I want to see what happens. And then I'll do a larger thing on that. But let me know if you guys know about this, because it's just bad.
Hi, my name is Allison Leilani Carter. In 2021, we did a live interview with Maria Z. We went viral in 2020. We tried to do a case against Riverside County Child Protective Services because Riverside County Do you hear me? Riverside County Child Protective Services was involved in my trafficking. And I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy. P.diddy. Alright? Just the same way nobody tells on Denzel Washington. People don't usually talk and stop and think about the children victims that are going through things right now as we speak, and the ones who suffered through all this bullshit. I decided to stop for a second and do some projects with projects all around, because we just said, you know what? This is our life. It's not changing. We stopped somewhere, and I've been hiding. My mom and I have been hiding. We've had our head down. We've tried to back up. We've tried to tell you everything that we can, and now we have people messaging us, investigators, people that want to talk now, when now it's because it's trending. We're still not on the subject of the kids. All the adults are covering their asses. All the adults are, I left at a certain time, yet you knew children were there. You knew these parties were not okay in the party. And one of those children were me. Now, those who are trying to come at us now, talking like, oh, well, now the Diddy's out, now that you can talk. For why? Because we tried to have a case with Child Protective Services. We gave them 8 months worth of evidence. 8 months worth of evidence. That didn't even do a crumb. They took that case and they hid it. If you are a survivor and if you are a real victim, be careful. Because these hotline numbers that they're putting out, I don't trust them. I wouldn't do it.
They take your information to see what you have.
They're taking inventory.
And then they shut it down. Mm-hmm. They're taking inventory. So don't trust them. Don't trust the feds. You're all guilty. You're all corrupt. Any attorney that's taking money to defend Diddy, you're nasty and vile.
That's blood money.
That's blood money.
That's all blood money. You do know that, right? Whether you take money from him to shut up, whether you take money from him for period, that's blood money. I don't want anybody's money. You see all the people running? They're ducking and hiding because everybody knows that there is children there. But we're still not talking about the kids yet. When are we going to talk about the kids? Everybody's demanding something from the victims. Why aren't you demanding it from the news? You know he's about to turn into another Epstein, and then the list follows and it circles back into a web. So why isn't anybody demanding any information on the kids? Huh?
Where'd that supply chain come from?
Do you think that thousands of bottles worth of baby oil was for thousands of who? $65,000 worth of hot dogs and pizza was for who? Trafficking over the border was for who? Child Protective Services is your supplier. Is anybody going to talk about that? The immigrants that are coming across the border, that all those kids that they were just scooping up out of boats and out of the water, they're now coming in and they're throwing them right into the system. Aurora, Colorado, Springfield, Ohio. Where do you think all those kids are going? This ain't about an election anymore. Y'all know that, right? The election is canceled. Because everybody that you love, you don't live in the world you think you do. Everybody that you think is not guilty is about to show you who they really are. I've been screaming for years. We were followed the night that Diddy was arrested. I left a place that I was in, minding my own business, finally trying to stop for a second and get my life back. And you know what? I'm not even upset about that. I'm upset about the fact that I have to walk back into this place and I have to tell you all goodbye. So if you know who I am and you know me as Justice, you know I'm about to walk into this building and tell you I gotta go. Nobody ever thinks about the victims. Nobody. The victims' lives get turned around when the predators' lives want to just get announced. We're not talking about the victims that are still going through the shit right now with other people who are running to cover their ass and deleting their social media. Why are you running? Our PTSD lives on every damn day that they did what they did. But it's only talked about when it's trending. We got legal evidence to drop. But I told you, nobody tells on Diddy. Maria Z, I did that interview in 2021. 7 months ago. We made sure, I already knew. We went and made sure there were sworn documents. We have them. When we went to Colorado for the A to Z event, we had a lot of legal evidence that we made sure we already had because we knew a list of people were about to get got. You can't run for that long. I'm just shocked we're finally seeing the day. So thank you so much for listening. We gotta go and tie up some things and then we'll be back. There are too many victims. Victims that you don't even know their name. Victims that you'll never hear their laugh. Victims that you'll never know who the hell they were because everybody was so busy bouncing to their music.
Let's be clear, you federal prosecutors, you have video surveillance from Diddy's house from 2008. Look in that 2008-2010 span, you'll find her video there. You want to send it over, she'll say, yeah, that's me. Then you can do what you can do, but otherwise we're not messing with you. I don't trust none of y'all. I see what you did to Trump. A lot.
I see what you do to everybody. Those who are swearing up and down, I left at 1 o'clock in the morning.
You shouldn't have been there in the first place.
You shouldn't have been there. And on top of that, if you knew that there were children coming in after a certain hour, why the hell didn't you say anything until right now?
Coward.
All these people, I knew he was crazy, so you guilty. Are we gonna delete tweets like that's gonna help anybody?
You guys need to rise up and you need to start demanding that all these depositions and information gathering, that needs to be made public. They need to stop hiding that behind closed doors.
Demand the media. Demand from the media, because why are we doing another Epstein? Why are we doing another Epstein? You know damn well Diddy didn't kill himself. Let's just do that now. We know that. Okay, everybody's clear? Yeah, we know Diddy didn't kill himself.
You need to hold everybody's feet to the fire, and this stuff needs to be transparent. It needs to be seen. There needs to be nothing going on behind closed doors. It needs to be made public.
It's been enough of closed doors. It's been enough. It's been enough since I was even a thought of. It's been enough since I was 3 months old. It's been enough before me. It's been enough after me. It's been enough. But yeah, my pinky's broken, and so is my toe pinky. There's a reason for that.
If you're a truther, you need to look up party favor effect as it relates to Diddy's freak-offs.
This is not just one problem. This is decades worth of an issue. You know that, right? Decades. He's one of millions. The party's just been going for forever, and everybody just got there. Hello, and thank you for those who are like, I've been sitting with you this whole time and I believe you. Thank you. You have no idea how much y'all mean to us. There ain't no money there's no price that anybody could put on that to say unconditionally, I believed you since the beginning. Thank you.
Our children are the most beautiful, most sweet, most treasured of our creations. And yet, every minute, at least 28 children die. Today, our children are at risk of being killed by diseases and by the violence of war, guns, abuse, and neglect. Children have few rights and no one to speak for them. They have no voice in our world. God and nature have blessed me with a voice. Now I want to use it to help children speak for themselves. I have founded the Heal the World Foundation to be the voice of the voiceless, the children. Please join with me and the children to help heal the world together. Parents, communities, governments, all people of the world, we must put our children first. Finally, and most importantly, I want to tell the children of the world, you are all our children. Each one of you is my child, and I love you all. Thank you very much.
No, you look fine. Thank you, Michael. Now, we don't want to hold you up any longer from your mission. Goodbye, and good luck for the tour, and heal the world.